So today, um, this is gonna be a video about basically it's just gonna be an intro to some topics for like beginner competitive programming problems. So like lower ratings on code forces or like USACO Bronze like topics maybe. Um, so yeah, it's just like an intro kind of. Okay. So yeah, first I guess we can look at the resources that are out there. Um, So some good places to start like learning competitive programming is one place is USCO Guide. USCO is like the national like coding Olympiad in the US. So they have resources for all the divisions and even past all the divisions. Um, so they have like topics and they have problems under each topic. And they have like some explanations and then problems. They rate the problems like easy to I think like insane, something like that. So yeah, this is a good place for like learning. Um, yeah, and it has like stuff for like everyone. It's like yeah, it starts easy with like bronze and it can get hard. It can help with. I think it was made by some USCO like finalists, so yeah, it's a good resource. Um, yeah. Then there's the CSES problem set. Um, which it has problems under like pretty much like it just has like problems under lots of topics, like the advanced topics too. Like there's a lot of a lot of topics, a lot of problems here. So like honestly, you could like as you solve problems, maybe like you start with the introductory problems and keep going. Like it can definitely help you improve. It introduces a lot of topics, so like yeah, it'll get you like pretty well set. So yeah, the CSCS problem set is a really good place to practice. And you can find like explanations into like first problems online probably if you search for them. Okay, and then Code Forces. Code Forces is like a contest taking platform where they host contests and you can register to take part in the contest. Based on how you do in the contest, like you get a rating, like your rating changes and stuff. It's pretty cool, and yeah, they have like the problem set is just problems from Code Forces contests and stuff. So like 800 is the lowest rating. Um, you can and what's cool is like you can filter problems. And they have more customizations. You can make like lists and stuff, like lists of people, and like that use that to help you sort problems as well. Um, but yeah, like 800 is the lowest, so like you can always like see what rating of problems that you're like comfortable with, and like usually you want to practice like a little above what you're comfortable with so you can like learn and improve. But yeah, so code forces, you can take contests here, you can solve problems. And yeah, then like another site that's like similar to code forces is called @coder. um so this is pretty similar. It has contests like pretty often, uh and it has you can look at it has contest problems and stuff. So like it doesn't have like a problem set like USCO, but you can just like go to previous contests and solve problems. So that's like pretty useful. Actually, Kenku. This is like yeah. So if you just search up like Kenku, you should be able to find this GitHub thing. Um, yeah, and it has like lists of problems for contests and stuff, and it's good to use. Um, yeah. So there's that, and you can just look at problems and stuff. You can use this for like ratings and like use it like that. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, this is pretty good to use. So you could use that for like the problem set of coder basically. So yeah, those are some uh good um resources for competitive programming. And yeah. Okay, next you got um let's go through like some topics. So I'd say like these are all like topics that would for sure show up like in beginner problems, USACO Bronze and stuff. And I'd say like these two are also pretty like would probably also show up. They're like a little bit more advanced is the only thing I'd say. So simulation problems are basically like maybe you have a situation that's going on in the problem and you want to simulate the events that are happening and like record data as it's happening and use that to get your answer somehow, right? So you're just like simulating like events maybe. Um, Searching is just like, maybe you're doing like a linear search to find some specific um like element, right? So searching is just like anything that involves searching of some sort um inside the problem. So yeah. Then you have sorting, which is like just if it like incorporates sorting some sort of list in the problem, like just sorting anything, like that's sorting. So yeah, like maybe you have to sort um a list of names or something like that. Like it's like yeah, anything that includes sorting in it is like sorting, right? So and then greedy and the reason I say like anything that includes because a lot of most problems won't have like just one topic um that they cover in the problem. Like you'll need like a mixture of like a few topics like in the problem usually. It won't just be like this and you're done. So yeah. Um greedy algorithms are basically when you're like going through data maybe and like when you're at a certain step in like getting the solution in your algorithm, you'll do whatever's best for like at this moment, at this step, whatever is currently best right now, you'll take that greedily, and that's why it's called greedy. Like greedy algorithms, like whatever is good right now, I'll take like the best of like what's good right now. And that'll like lead to your solution. So that type of problem is a greedy problem. Graphs are basically like graphs are represented as like nodes of information connected through edges and stuff. So that's what a graph is. Now with like beginner problems, USCO Bronze, you probably wouldn't even have to traverse graphs. It's good, but you'll definitely have to learn it like soon. But graphs, yeah, graphs are not that difficult in like beginner USCO Bronze, let's say. So yeah, graphs is just you'll have to like understand how they are, like how they work and stuff. But yeah, just get like a good basic understanding of them. So um, rectangle geometry is just like let's say on a grid, you have to deal with like some rectangles, do some math with them. That's like that type of problem. So let's say on a grid they give you um coordinates for two rectangles. So they give you the bottom left corner x and y and the bottom sorry, the not the bottom the yeah, the bottom left corner xy and the top right corner xy for two rectangles. And they want you to calculate the overlap that they have maybe. So that's like an example of rectangle geometry in competitive programming. Um yeah, then with binary search, binary search is like earlier we were talking about searching, like going through a list to find some elements, right? Binary search is like, um, it's a faster way of searching on like sorted data. So yeah, if you have sorted data and then like binary search is like a faster way of searching instead of linear search. Um, and I don't think it's required for like USCO Bronze or other some beginner problems, but it definitely is pretty helpful. So yeah. Then perfect sums is like it's not on like for example USCO guide, like the thing I showed earlier, It's not under bronze like perfect sums. It shows up in silver. But it can definitely be helpful and show up in bronze. So on USACO guide, if you're looking at it, that's not like a list that's like if it shows up here in this division, it'll only show up in this division. Like it's not like that. It can show up earlier or later. So yeah, perfect sums definitely pretty important to learn. Yeah. So they're just like I feel like these two are a little bit more advanced than the rest of them, but definitely like important. Um, so yeah, that was just like kind of an intro on uh some beginner like topics for competitive programming and some good resources to use. Um, yeah. All right.